They call it force foo. The audience says it's doo-doo. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to tell you Star Wars is boo-hooing because they're not doing the lightsaber dances they once did. Instead, they're feigning that they have some sort of telepathic ability with their hands. It's like spirit fingers, but less spirited. Today we'll tell you why the Acolyte is not all right with audiences. And yes, we are not force foo dancing. Hello folks, welcome back to the Pro Channel. We are so happy to have you here with us as we continue explaining entertainment, keeping you ahead of the culture curve. Folks, it's time to talk about Star Wars, and as you might imagine, it is not a good time for Lucasfilm. They have seen better days. The darkness of Kathleen Kennedy continues to stain the legacy that is George. Too bad he left and went out the door. We could use him back. But folks, don't worry, because we are here to laugh right back at everything they're doing when it comes to force foo. Everybody was force foo. No, we won't sing it. We won't do it. We'll bring on a panel, though, folks. You've got to enjoy this one because, well, this apparently is all Dave Filoni's idea. I've got someone telling me that I think they know that this force foo fighting junk is coming from Dave Filoni. And I'm going to show you why I think that source might be right. Carrie Ann Moss reveals how Star Wars' new force foo fighting works. This is out of Screen Rant. It says, Carrie Ann Moss is bringing a force-powered twist to her iconic Matrix moves in The Acolyte. Set nearly 100 years before the events of Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, The Acolyte will introduce audiences to a whole new slate of Jedi Masters operating during the peak of the High Republic era. Moss, who is best known as Trinity from the Matrix franchise, has been tapped to play Jedi Master Indara. Series creator Leslie Headland, former personal assistant to Harvey Weinstein, let it never be written in an article without saying such, has previously revealed that Indara's character was inspired by Moss's Matrix character. So instead of getting somebody to play, a character based on another character, let's just get her again, and she'll play the same thing. During a recent appearance on Good Morning America, Moss explained the unique blend of martial arts and Jedi Force skills employed by her character. Oh, and by the way, Disney, I see your ad over here to the right. You are so spending that money well here on this one. Explaining that while her character's fight sequences are largely based in traditional kung fu, a special choreographer was available on set to help Moss determine how Indara would integrate use of the Force into the sequence. Check out her comments and the video below. Here's what she says. I think that the energy of a Jedi with that, how they talk about that kung fu kind of force field, I love that idea. And we have this energetic system, and these Jedi are training to have that energetic system. So that was really interesting. I'm a mediator, so that's a concept that I like. Goes on to talk about using kung fu. But here's where it says force foo was actually introduced in Ahsoka. This is so much cooler, though, but they're right. In Ahsoka, we saw force foo. And that's why I think the source that has reached out to me and said, hey, this force foo nonsense is Dave Filoni. I think it's exactly right. I think Dave Filoni has decided that force foo is cool. Panel, is force foo cool?
It makes no sense. Why would you take something that is not... I mean, kung fu is cool, but lightsabers are unique to Star Wars. I don't understand. This is just like old wushu stuff. I'm reminded of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which was like neat on some level, but it was like the most boring kung fu movie that I could ever imagine when I was a kid, because nobody was actually punching each other. It was all wind and wires and things like that. I wanted to see Jackie Chan making full contact here, and this is lame to me.
But this is a new thing. This is not just Acolyte. I think they're right. I think they want to make force foo into a thing. Tom, are you excited about force foo?
Not if you force me to.
Well played. But this is not the only Acolyte stuff that we're getting, folks. It's not just force foo, not at all. We've got clearance now to talk about this. Ladies and gentlemen, spoilers if you are wanting to watch The Acolyte tonight, but we can tell you now that one of the major talking points in this June release, and I'm starting to think there's a reason they put The Acolyte in June. We'll leave that for you to figure out there. Apparently, our main character, Amandla, her main characters are going to come from those darn witches again. Those darn witches that Dave Filoni seems obsessed with. The witches, and this time they're a lesbian coven of witches who will somehow hatch our intrepid twin fighters. Jonas, is that what you're hearing as well?
Yes, that's what I'm hearing. We're hearing that the twins are conceived and born from a coven. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go back to that aspect of the live stream there, but apparently, born and conceived from a lesbian coven of witches.
Well, Star Wars just sounds like it's right.
That's not how the Force works.
You know what it sounds like to me? It's like if our modern permissions and morality, and it sounds like an Aaron Spelling show taking place somewhere near Malibu called Lesbian Cove. About three witches that have no interest at all in surfing and
starring Shannon Doherty.
Yeah, well, there you go.
As they say, nothing says lovin' like something from the coven.
Unfortunately, I do have to run, guys. But I can't even bring myself to watch this show yet. I can't.
You're going to have to. You have to. You've got to talk about it. It's like a bloated whale carcass on the ocean beach.
I have managed to skirt through so many shows and not watching them. I don't know if I'm going to really get to this one.
He's become well trained in this, folks. He knows how to do it.
I have.
So to review, folks, we have Force Foo and lesbians making babies who become our parent trap twins in the Acolyte in the first 2 episodes. This is going to be a dandy of a show. This is going to be a dandy. Guys, can it get worse? I mean, I know the 3rd episode is going to destroy Star Wars, but I mean, this is a special kind of start.
Hey, maybe they'll CGI Haley Mills into this thing.
Let's get together. Yeah. We can woke up a show.
Amanda Stenberg's 2 characters go off to a summer camp and discover that they're twins, and that's what the hijinks is. By the way, one of them murders somebody.
That's a bad thing.
Hijinks ensues.
Well, in the land of Lucasfilm, it's not a guarantee that the murder's bad, right? Depends on who, I suppose. It's all
that's right.
It's situational now.
It's not
only
about power,
only
it's
us,
about who's allowed to use it, right?
No. It's bad because we're old retro white men who think that only Jedi can only be good as opposed to bad. I mean,
well, so here's the thing for you guys, though. Okay, so we're spoiling the first 2 episodes, and then we're going to do the Acolyte after party tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. That said, this already sounds horrible. This sounds really awful that we've got a lesbian coven of witches giving birth to the twins, that we're going to be forced to watch Force Foo, that Carrie-Anne Moss is essentially playing Trinity again, but in Star Wars. All of this sounds juvenile and stupid. Is it amazing to you guys that the 3rd episode is 10 times worse?
No. It's more surprising that the first 2 episodes are good. Or what we're hearing.
I would say that if they were being shown one at a time, but since all these shows put the first 2 up front together, it's natural that they wait for the 3rd one to screw it up.
Well, they're going to. Don't worry. And let's remember why they always do it this way. They bundle the first 2 episodes together to increase the runtime, to give them the best chance of hitting Nielsen. That's why they do it. If you ever pretend that they don't care that their shows don't make Nielsen, think again, right? You think that they are just okay with X-Men 97 never hitting Nielsen? No, they hate it. They try in every way possible to get on Nielsen. Now, after the first 2 episodes, that's when they're willing to do the stuff they really want to do, the propaganda. And we've seen this time and time again. And then they tank the show, and then nobody shows up for the finale. So here we go again. I think that's a song by Ray Charles. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you had a great time today. It is what we always attempt to do, is elucidate and elevate the time you spend with us. An attitude of gratitude for the time you were here. And folks, on the way out the door, consider clicking the like button. Share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Also, drop a comment down below. Waste not that mind of yours. Share your thoughts out with the world and join a dialogue with the community. Folks, also, If you would like exclusive content that you cannot find anywhere else, consider clicking that little join button for the price of a soda. You can become a member of the fastest growing pop culture YouTube channel in the history of the universe. All right, folks, it's time to wrap it up. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.